Americans are on the move for the Thanksgiving holiday. The FAA says in spite of those recent headaches related to the government shutdown, this year's Thanksgiving travel period is shaping up to be the busiest in 15 years. Nearly 18 million people are expected to be screened at airports over the course of the holiday week, and AAA expects today will be the busiest day on the roads ahead of Thanksgiving, as more than 73 million people are expected to drive this year. The worst time to drive? Right now until 8 p.m. tonight. If you wanted to beat the rush, you needed to leave before 11 this morning. In all, nearly 82 million Americans are projected to travel at least 50 miles from home. CBS News correspondent Nicole Valdes is at Nashville International Airport. So, Nicole, what is it like there right now, and what do we know about flights nationwide?
Hey, Lindsay, well, here in Nashville, things are looking pretty good for those who are traveling the day ahead of Thanksgiving. A lot of people sort of knew ahead of time that this was going to be a busy day. And the good news is a lot of people sort of tried to plan as best they could, getting here a little bit earlier to make sure that they got through security all right and didn't have any issues. I am seeing some flights that have been canceled to some of the airports where we are seeing some pretty big headaches today. That includes flights to Chicago and to Dallas-Fort Worth. Those are just two of the major airports that we're seeing a majority of these delays and cancellations today, more than 500 or so at last check here. And some of the U.S. airports that we're seeing some of the most delays as of 1 o'clock Eastern include Chicago, Dallas, Houston, George Bush, and Minneapolis, St. Paul, each of them with several dozen flights that have been either delayed or canceled today. Some of that because of some weather. But again, just a situation that a lot of people are trying to hit the skies, get to where they're going, and have only a few short hours to get there before Thanksgiving, Lindsay.
And the Nashville airport was actually evacuated last night. What can you tell us?
Yeah, officials here at BNA say there was a security threat just shortly after 5:30 local time. They still have not said exactly what that threat was, if it came from a person, if it came from a suspicious object here, but they actually evacuated the B concourse of the airport, told everybody who was at their gates to actually get out past security, and later had to escort them all back through. And unfortunately, it delayed about 5 different flights, and those were filled with people, again, trying to make it to where they're going prior to the Thanksgiving holiday. So you can imagine the several hundred people who had to find a way to either get to where they were going much later or find an alternate way to get home.
Okay, Nicole Valdes, thank you. Heavy snowfall and gusty winds brought whiteout conditions near the Great Lakes overnight, with more than 7 inches of snow falling in one Minnesota city. Millions of Americans are under winter storm alerts right in the middle of the holiday travel rush. More snow and sharp winds are expected to slam the upper Midwest and Great Lakes today. CBS News Philadelphia meteorologist Grant Gilmore has more.
Yeah, a powerful storm system moving through the Great Lakes today, and that will continue to advance to the east as we go into Thanksgiving tomorrow. We've got nearly 50 million people underneath these wind advisories, where some wind gusts in some places could be between 40 to 50 miles per hour. The wind combined with some snow across the northern Great Lakes into the UP of Michigan and Wisconsin, producing blizzard conditions. And then those windy conditions there moving across the lakes are also going to produce some lake effect snow in western Pennsylvania and New York as we go through the holiday weekend. This storm system producing the snow on the backside, that means cold air is back there, but I mean, it's just a windy storm system altogether. Wind gusts up there around 40 to 50 miles per hour. Some places could pick up 1 to 2 feet of snow. Otherwise, the Northeast are going to see some showers today into tomorrow before the rain clears out, and that lake effect snow will continue as that cold air rushes in from the west as we make our way through the next couple of days. High temperatures are going to plummet there across the Great Lakes states into the Northeast. In fact, much of the eastern half of the United States will see colder than normal temperatures through the holiday weekend. You're looking at high temperatures back into Minneapolis, only in the 20s. That's running a good 5 to 10 degrees colder than normal. Also, another storm system moving into the Pacific Northwest today into the day tomorrow. That'll produce rain and high elevation snow. Some places in the higher elevations could pick up nearly a foot of snow as we head through Friday. Back to you.
Grant, thank you.